Hey guys, welcome back. Scott here with a new beer dissection video. What I'm doing today, this is one of the last beers I have from the New York State craft beers from Cheers. I've done a whole video compilation. It's not in a playlist, but it's just within my beer dissection playlist. It was 24 beers of Holiday Cheer if you haven't watched any of the other videos, and everything from lagers to Kolsch to porters to stout, IPAs. Overall, the pack has been very good. But then definitely look under the beer dissection. I have them all tagged, I think, for 24 beers, New York State craft beers of Holiday Cheer. I'll probably have it pop over my face, but they gave you the 24 beers, all New York State craft breweries, everywhere from Long Island up to Buffalo. And again, I guess they donated to the packet one beer from each group, and they give you a little brochure, little snippet about the particular beer. All in all, they've been very good. I think the lowest grade I gave one of the beers was a B. All of them have been like B to A range. Okay. The one I have today is called Frequency Lager. Okay, nice snazzy can. I'm sure I have it over my shoulder. And it's at 4.7%. And Masterly knows no shortcut. And that's it. A 2021 silver medalist in the Great American Beer Festival. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. I think in the bio, it says it uses a lot of European hops, so maybe it's German noble hops like Tettnang, Spalt, Hallertau, or Mittelfrüh. We'll try to assess it a little bit if they're using German noble after we open this one up. But Frequency Lager, this is from Single Cut Beer Smiths. Okay, and they even have it on the little tag there on the top there. Never had a beer from this brewery, but like most of these breweries that are in this pack, I haven't had them. This is out of Astoria, Queens, and Clifton Park, New York. So very, one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. And there were some beers from Brooklyn in that pack too. All right, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what it's all about, okay? Okay, so obviously, I'm assuming, even though lagers can be dark, a lot of times though when I see craft brewers just put lager down and nothing else distinguishing, it's usually, I'm thinking more like a Munich Helles, German Pilsner type of lager, or even American lager. So let's take a look at this. Very pretty inch and a half white dense foam. It's giving me that nice Cool Whip effect on top, which we usually like. And we have a nice light gold, dark straw color. Little chill haze there, no big deal. Okay, but looks very nice. So let's take a sniff of the aroma. Oh yeah, without a doubt, you think you're in Germany. You're getting a floral, perfumey aroma here. Maybe slightly minty, peppery, but definitely it screams German noble hops like Hallertau, Mittelfrüh, Tettnang, Spalt. Very nice smelling though, aromatics. The malt is kind of a light toast, bread crust. Maybe like, what am I thinking? I'm not graham cracker. Breadcrumbs, sorry, breadcrumbs. That's what I'm thinking of. It smells very nice though. All right, let's take a swig of this, guys. Wow, nice. High carbonation, kind of low to medium bodied. But you definitely get that up front. You get that herbal floral character from the hops, maybe a little peppery. From the German noble hops I believe they're using are very similar. Malt-wise, it's kind of that, white bready to light toast at the very most. Sorry about the rhyme. Again, you get that floral, perfumey flavor also from the most likely the German noble hops. Very nice, very crisp, bitey, meaning that, almost like you're drinking some of the Sierra Nevada pale ales. Nice crisp, straightforward, no really estery components here. It is a lager, so it is bottom fermented. colder temperatures, so you're not usually going to deal with too many more esters or phenols from the hop flavor. I'm sorry, yeast characteristic, very little yeast characteristic here. Really nice. I can see why it's won awards at the Great American Beer Festival. But you definitely, I think on the aftertaste, you're getting left with that floral, perfumey kind of taste to it. Slightly herbal. Little minerality there too. Very pleasant though. This is like a patio crusher. Drinking high quantities, what did I say, 4.7%. Not just because of that, it's just very crisp, dry, very enjoyable, and not very complex, which is good. These beers, though, believe it or not, are, in my home brewing days, a nice light lager, Pilsner, are a lot harder to brew than stouts and porters. And the reason why is a lot of stouts and porters, the chocolate malts, the roasted barleys can hide a lot of off flavors. There's not much to hide here, okay, which is why this beer is really good. And why I encourage people to try other beers. It's drinking, the bitterness is kind of just moderate. So I'm kind of getting a little confused. It's probably either closer to a Munich Helles than a German Pilsner, but it's right on that cusp. If it was a little bitterness was a little bit higher, I would probably say German Pilsner. They're both lagers. The Munich Helles, German Pilsner. The malt is malt's about the same between Munich Helles. Munich Helles is usually that Pilsner malt, high profile beer from the BJCP. Nowadays, I don't think they use that descriptor anymore, but get nice sweetness from the malt. Probably using exclusively Pilsner malt here, but really nice, guys. Another winner from this pack. Listen, overall drinkability, enjoyability of this beer, especially if you enjoy lagers and Pilsners, I'm going to say A. Maybe I'll just say A minus. If you're going to compare it to some of the big boys from Germany, because this is fresh, I'm really not going to drop it much below 8 minus. But if you had both fresh and they were sitting, like I was lucky enough to be in Munich and drinking Pilsner and Munich Helles, that's probably a little bit better. I'd bring the grade down a little bit, but overall, A minus is very solid, and I can see why they won awards with this. Again, there's nowhere to hide any off flavors. If you wanted to say, if you were really judging this beer and you wanted to scrutinize it, maybe the clarity could be a little bit better, but that's small fish. That's not really affecting the flavor profile of the beer or the aroma profile. Again, gives you that little, actually it's a little bit sweeter in the sense that you could probably confuse this with an American Blonde, with the hop character and the sweetness to the malt, but I don't think there's any wheat being used here either, which is fine. I think it's mainly Pilsner malt, but I don't know the grist on the beer. But again, very solid beer here from Single Cut Beersmiths from, something caught my eye here, from Queens, New York here near the city. Very solid. This is definitely something that if I had like an everyday beer, German Pilsner, Munich Helles is kind of like an everyday beer for me. If I was classifying it like in my Mount Rushmore as a beer, this is really good. So another winner from the Beers from Holiday Cheer pack from Single Cut Brewery called Frequency Lager. Very solid beer. I would try other beers from this brewing company, especially if you can brew a good lager, a good German Pilsner, a good Munich Helles without hiding it under oak barrels, whiskey barrels, bourbon, chocolate malts and stuff. You're a quality brewer, and then everything else is gravy. All right, guys. So till the next beer dissection video or beer video in general, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.